Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, guys. Welcome back to another episode of Our Side of the Story. My name is Daizah, one of your hosts.
I'm Sweet Tea, the one and only.
The sweetest.
The sweetest.
We hope that you guys liked the last episode. We got a lot of great feedback on it. It was very fun and exciting.
Yes.
And hilarious if you haven't watched it.
Mhm.
So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And, we've had a lot of good progress since we've started.
Yes.
And
April 4th was our launch date for episode 1.
April 4th? That sounds
I want
right.
to say April 4th.
Yeah.
Either April 4th or April 6th. But anywho's, that's when we launched our first episode. So you got May, June, July, 3 months. 3 months in the game, and the numbers that we're doing right now. Honestly, I didn't give ourselves enough credit because of the fact that I'm like, okay, we still have a long way to go.
Yeah.
But I'm like, damn, you know what? For it to only have been 90 days, we doing the damn thing. We are doing the damn thing.
The Instagram looks good. The TikTok looks good.
YouTube, which is the hardest industry to even break into. And then I'm sure it's going to be some people out there like, y'all ain't got that many damn views. If you do the calculations on, one, how hard it is to get into the YouTube industry, and two, the fact that we've done what we've done in the last 90 days, it's insane. But it's all due to being consistent. Yeah. It's all due to being consistent. I promise you, that is the only thing that we have to thank for the progress we've made so far. So I'm thankful. We've been doing it. We're going to keep doing it, okay?
And it's so funny because we're just going to start a podcast.
Let's just talk on there. See how it goes.
And here we are enjoying this damn process, guys.
You know what I just thought about?
What?
I can't wait to, those little, that trend right now where it's like, quote, oh, you have a podcast. You have a podcast. Oh, you just like talking in your living room. It's like holy airball. And we just got these clips of us going around the world doing all big stuff. And I'm like, okay, yeah. Don't worry. Give us until January 2026. Y'all gonna be seeing us. Yeah. Okay. Well, a year will put us at April 2026. But I claim January. I claim the beginning of next year. We're gonna be leveling up. Promise you. Mark my words. So yeah, give us until next year.
All right.
But yeah,
Let's get into the question of the day from the last episode. It was, if you had 24 hours left on this earth, how would you spend it?
Yeah. That is I had to sit with this question. I'm not gonna hold you.
When I started thinking about it, I'm like,
24 hours?
I gotta go. I gotta do things.
Yeah. But it's like, okay, that's the first mindset that I took on as well. And it's like, okay, I don't want to, because you know that quote, like, are you busy? Are you productive? Or are you, oh crap, I forgot it. Are you busy being productive or are you busy doing nothing? So basically it's like, okay, I have so many things to do. But are those things going to be fulfilling? Like, are you actually going to fulfill your last 24 hours with things that'll be meaningful to you and the people around you?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I had to like, okay, let me take a step back before I got to get my strawberry matcha from Starbucks. I got to go to, no. Let's really narrow it down to what is important.
What matters. Yeah.
What matters for the last 24 hours. So, okay, mine, honestly, I was a little bogus in my response. When I wrote it down, I was like, okay, let me think how I really want to spend my last 24 hours. I said, okay, I would spend 6 to 8 hours on some 13 Reasons Why shit. I would be recording tapes for every individual person in my life with personalized messages to them about every experience that I've had with them, good and bad, so that when they think of me after I'm gone, they can go back and listen to the tape.
Yeah.
And I even said, like, some shit that I said I would take to the grave, I might just spill it on that tape too, just so they know I ain't forget. But
6 to 8 hours?
6 to 8 hours, because one, it's a lot of people in my life, and two, I want it to be like a thorough tape. I want it to be like, a couple seconds. So maybe like at least 30 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes. I'm going to record a podcast for each individual person. I'm going to record a podcast episode for each individual person in my life. Yeah. So they can go back and listen to it whenever they think about me. Okay. And then I said I would spend maybe an hour or two, get you or one of our other girlfriends to take naked pictures of me and little Polaroids and just hide them in places that Malik will find later on in life. So he'll be thinking about no other bitch after I'm gone. But yeah, I was like, the rest of the time, I don't even know. But those are the two things that I would most certainly prioritize in my last 24 hours.
Okay.
Sexy Polaroids, so he can, oh man, my girl looking bad in the afterlife.
Start taking pictures now?
You trying to say I'm about to die?
No, I'm just saying. So at least he got a bunch of pictures of you, not just.
Well, he sees the real thing in the flesh, so it's all good. He doesn't need a picture right now. Now, if I'm out of town, he might get a little nip slip or something, But no. Now he sees it in the flesh. We don't need to take those type of precautions as far as putting pictures. Actually, that's actually kind of cute. Now that I'm saying it over again, I'm like, that's like kind of cute. That's like I'm at work and he just finds something like a fucking big picture in the refrigerator.
Put it in his journal or something.
Bam! I might mess around and do that. I might mess around and do it. But yeah. So what is that? 6 to 8 hours and then 2 hours. That's like 10 hours. So I still got 14 hours. I don't know what I would do with it, but spend it meaningfully. That's all I know.
All right.
How about you?
Mine definitely would be just to put a flyer out there. Like, this is my last 24 hours on this world.
It's all about me today.
Do not forget.
Public service announcement.
No, literally. If you want to come see me because this is your time and that's it. Part. But honestly, I would just have a family cookout.
Oh, okay. I like that.
I would have a family cookout.
Cute.
I'm just focused about being around my mom, my sister, and whoever else that is there. If you want to pull up. But cookout, have some games, maybe record it so it can
I love
be their last. It
got to be the vintage camcorder type. Yeah, that'd be fire.
And then just good vibes, enjoy each other, and then obviously I would also do the life list thing that the mom did. I would record. I just got to make sure say good, So I would record episodes for her probably for the next 18 years. Every single time on her birthday.
Yeah.
Hey, this is a new video from your mom.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would find someone to make sure that my mom and Say and Veda got flowers from me every single year.
That's so sweet. That just reminded me of 2 movies. I forgot what the first movie was, but a mom found out that she was sick and dying very soon. So she bought a storage unit and put I think over 100 gifts in the storage unit for her son. And it was all labeled happy 18th birthday, happy 19th birthday, happy graduation day, happy wedding day, happy. I was like, oh my God. And then he found the key to the storage unit and was like, what is this? And it said don't open me until whatever. And of course, him being a kid, he went and found the storage unit, opened it up and was like, what is this? Why is she giving me all these gifts? He didn't know she was sick. So, he just broke down. I thought that was the most beautiful thing ever, though. I think that would fuck me up, though. If a parent or a loved one, just any loved one, left behind gifts for me to receive in the afterlife, every single time something in my life happens, a birthday, a graduation, a wedding day, my first kid being born, that would tear me up every single time. But it also would make me feel so special. The fact that they even thought about me.
Yeah,
yes.
Never
oh
forgotten.
my God, that would make me feel so special. And then it was another movie, I forgot what it was called as well. A husband was dying from cancer and he set up a Valentine's and birthday gift every year for his wife for, I think it was for the next 30 years. She was 60, but hopefully she makes it to see the 30th year to see the gift. That's not funny.
We hope so.
Get it together. Get it together. That wasn't funny. But yeah, I was like, man, that's awesome. I think I might steal that and try to implement that in my last 14 hours that I have left.
Yeah, I was just it made me realize too, it's so important to not even vlog, but to record, take pictures, take videos, because what is it? There's 1,000 words in a picture or whatever? What is it?
It's a picture is worth 1,000 words. Yeah. It's okay. We're not that best at quotes and slogans. So just, it's our own.
The dyslexic.
Yeah. We paraphrase everything on the show if you didn't notice. Okay. No, but you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
One thing I wish, so my grandfather died in 2020 from cancer, and we scavenger hunted for pictures of this man because he hated taking pictures. And we couldn't even find a decent picture of him for the funeral pamphlet thing. Yeah. I had to it was an old picture, and it was of him sitting in a chair like this, turned around, going like that. So it was a half side profile view. So it was man, that's pictures, videos, memories. That's how you live on.
No,
and then it's scary because the human mind can only, unless you're one of those genius people, the human mind, memories start to fade away if there's not something tangible to really, I remember this. I remember this. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I have to like keep it in front of me. Like, no, okay, my grandfather, he used to take me to feed the birds with bread. I have to really keep it in front of me because I don't have anything to like look back on with him. It's really crazy.
So you had said something when you were talking about your last 24 hours.
Yeah.
And you said because you don't want Malik to think about another woman.
Oh, yeah. No. That's
so when he passes away.
Whoa. No, I'm going before him. I'm claiming that. Well, actually, words. I'm not manifesting that. But God forbid, I just don't want to lose anybody in my life before I go. But that's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah.
But yes, if I were to pass away, I would put pictures around the house or like at his work desk, everywhere that he could possibly put himself in any environment, because I want him to think about me, not anybody else.
So when, let's just say when that day comes, because we're all going to leave this earth one day.
Right.
That's just the given truth. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So when he leaves.
When I leave.
I'm sorry, when he leaves. Or when you leave. What if, so are you okay with him moving on? Or would you want him to stay
committed to me for life? You signed up for life.
No.
But I guess if my life ends, that's the contract right there. That's actually a heavily debated question, whether like how someone would feel if their significant other moved on after they passed away. It's human nature for us to connect with other people, right? Yes. So honestly, and then I'm 27, he's about to be 30 this year. So God forbid I were to go within the next year or two, whatever, like we're still super young. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't expect, nor would I want him to live the rest of his life lonely and unhappy and unfulfilled and, disconnected. However, comma.
There ain't no however, Taira.
No, it's a big however, comma.
No.
It's okay. And it's only because I'm alive to think about this of why I'm like,
How would you feel?
It would break my heart.
How would you feel?
About what?
If Malik.
If he passed.
Right now.
God forbid. But yes.
Yes.
This is a heavy topic. Oh my God, my chest hurts.
How would you feel? He was like, no, I don't want you to be with anybody else. Like, you better not.
Right.
And you're only 27.
It's unrealistic. I understand that. It's unrealistic.
That's very selfish.
It is selfish and it's unrealistic. However, comma.
There ain't no however,
comma. I would not invalidate his feelings of, but you better be thinking about me though. Because like I would still want to be thought about. Like I would still want to hold a very near and dear special place in his heart,
For sure.
Yeah. I would hunt the shit out of him and that bitch. No, I ain't gonna hold you. Malik, you can move on, but just know there'll be signs that I'm there
just
still.
Know we gonna work through it, okay?
There will be signs.
It's all right. If I gotta fight Taira in the spirit world, I'm gonna fight her. Okay,
she'll be sleep going like this.
I know. Oh, damn, what Taira doing? What Taira doing over there?
Oh gosh. You ever see Paranormal Activity? That's gonna be me in the house.
Don't do that.
Ripping her out of the bed, down the hallway. No. I'm just like, okay. Let me get serious. On a serious note, my final answer or response to that question, I would absolutely want him to move on because I want him to be happy and I want him to fulfill himself. And, he's a great man. I feel as though I got to experience him. I was blessed enough to experience him while I was alive. Another woman who deserves him is should have that privilege as well of being with a man like that.
Okay. I'm gonna give you my take on it.
Okay. Yeah. How would you feel if your significant other moved on after you passed?
Here's my thing. Okay. I believe that every love is different.
Facts.
Every love that we experience with everybody on this planet is different. From high school sweethearts to the person after that to the person after that. Yeah. Every love is different.
Yeah.
And I believe that, all right, the love that we had, this is what we had. And no matter what happens, I will hold a special place in your heart and you will hold a special place in mine. Mm-hmm. don't think that it would be ideal to even think that my significant other would not be with somebody after me, you know?
Yeah.
So just to know, like, accept it for what it is, and I'm gonna hold a special place in his heart until the end of time. It may not be what he will experience after me, won't be what we had no matter what.
What if it's better? Dun, dun,
does it get better?
Ooh, I know that's right. She said,
Just
nobody
kidding.
can cowgirl like this cowgirl.
Don't take me serious. Don't take me serious.
Oh, God. No, but honestly, that's the mentality you got to go with, because I'd be damned if the answer to that question was yes. Like, what if it's better?
It may not be better, but it may be different.
We're gonna put a period and an exclamation mark all together at the end of that sentence and call it one. That's what I like. It may not be better, but wait, say it again.
It may not be better, but it may be different.
It may be different. I like that. It'll be different, not better. Got it. Okay, I'll take that and I'll run with it.
She's running with it, yo.
I'm running
She's
with
running
it. That's
with
the
it.
end of that conversation right there.
All right,
okay. So, okay, going back to what I said as far as it's hard to think about it as I'm alive, like him being with somebody else, because of the fact that would break my heart. You know what I'm saying? Think about him being with somebody else, knowing like what I get to experience with him on a daily basis. And if somebody else were to have, like, take that from me or take my place, that would tear me apart. However, I think about some of the relationships out there that get to experience that, or, you know, don't get to experience that, and how relationships transition in the flesh. Like, we're done talking about death now. When we are alive and experiencing one another, when relationships become routine, however, it's only becoming routine for one party. I think what I'm trying to get at is, how is it that some partnerships, only one person starts to feel as though they're falling out of love with the other individual? Like, say I'm head over heels for Malik. I love being with him. I love experiencing things with him, but he doesn't feel the same way. So he's starting to fall out of love with me, or, you know, turn away, shift priorities, whatever the case is.
Yeah.
But I don't see that. He feels that, but I don't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So one question is, how is it that the other person doesn't feel that or see that coming from the other person? And two, why is it that people fall out of love in relationships?
The first thing that comes to my head is miscommunicated, or what is it? Uncommunicated expectations. So, like, a lot of the times your partner will expect you to, like, do certain things or tell you certain things, but your partner may not know what or how to do what you want. Okay. So now, because you're expecting this thing that they don't know and you're not telling them, it's uncommunicated, but you're expecting something. So now what happens is, because there's no communication there, I don't know, but I assume that you know.
Right.
Or that you assume that I know, and there becomes a disconnection.
I feel like that, how you broke that down, as far as I'm expecting you to do something, but you don't know that I'm expecting you to do something. Therefore, you're not fulfilling what I need from you.
Yeah. And now you're disappointed.
And now I feel like that happens a lot.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And to answer question number one, how do people not see that? Like, if I say you and I are in a relationship and I felt as though you were not meeting my needs, but you're just head over here, like, you're so in love with me, like, who couldn't be? Let's be for real. But, like, you don't see that I'm not as in love with you because of the fact that you're being fulfilled. I'm doing everything that you require of me, your expectations. But because I haven't communicated mine to you, you're not giving me what I need. I feel like that happens a lot. And that right there answers the question. Well, it could be one response to the question. How does the other party in the relationship not see that the other person's fallen out of love or not committed as they once were to the relationship?
That's a good one.
And I wonder why people, that'll take us down a rabbit hole, asking the question why people don't communicate their expectations.
Do you feel like falling out of love is a real thing, or it's just a cop-out from not trying or like putting forth the effort?
Ooh.
I feel like falling out of love is a real thing.
I think it could be both. I think it could be both.
Depending on the situation, for sure. For me, I think what's most important is you have to go back to the start.
Mm-hmm.
How did it start? Where were you in your life? Was it a healthy attachment or was it an unhealthy attachment? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because that will really tell you what place or what stage of life you were in when you decided to be with this person.
Yeah.
If you recently were going through the situation and you easily confided, or if you were from this person to this person, there was no space to even think of what it is, you know?
Yeah.
And because you guys connected so well and the bond was so strong and y'all were head over heels for each other, that may have not been authentic.
Right.
You know?
Yes.
So when everything settles down, you're actually going through these things and you see it for what it is, it's like you almost have a clear conscience once that high dies. Because a high is going to die, in my opinion.
Everything that goes up must come down. That's just science.
Yeah. So my thing is like, was it real? I wouldn't say real love, but was it authentic in the first place?
No, that's a valid question. Was it real love? Like, because genuine love can be sustained. So to ask the question, was it real love, is valid in what you just said. As far as once the high dies, what's next after that? You know what I'm saying? Are you just going to allow the chart to fall and plummet? Or are you going to, have the tachycardia, bradycardia, heartbeat go on? But no, that's valid. That's valid. To answer the other side of that, because I do agree with you, absolutely, it is a real thing, falling out of love with somebody. And I think to kind of piggyback off what you said, we're humans. So I feel as though it's in our nature to evolve. And if we're not evolving together, then priority shifts, passions shift, desires shift.
Yeah.
So if we're not on the same accord in some way, shape, or form, then we grow apart. And that's just natural. So for somebody to fall out of love, you can fall out of love with anything, not even just a person. Like people fall out of love with sports, playing the piano, whatever the case may be.
Very true.
So yeah, falling out of love is an absolute real thing. As far as it being a cop-out, going kind of piggybacking off of what some things you said as well. If I were not I was not doing everything within my wheelhouse to ensure that this relationship has the best chance possible of being sustained, then that is a cop-out. Like, you're not giving me what I need. Although I did not communicate my expectations to you, it's your fault, but it's also my fault. But I'm good on the relationship anyway, so I'm gonna just go try to find it elsewhere.
Something else, yeah.
That, in that sense, it could be a cop-out, falling out of love with somebody. Okay. Because it was not extended to its full extent. You know what I'm saying? So it can be both. It can be both.
Okay.
And in a way, you copping out is evading the situation, or just the experiment, the experience, everything about it.
Okay. Because I've heard like some people say, like, when I ask them like, oh, what didn't work? Or like, why didn't you guys work on it?
Yes.
And they just like, oh, we just fell out of love. Like they say it like so nonchalant. And I'm like, fell out of love?
Yes.
Like, or did you just stop trying and she stopped trying?
Yeah.
And then they break it down and I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe you guys did try and it just didn't work. But or sometimes like, oh, they cheated and I just I can't. And like we tried to rekindle and I'm like, okay.
Absolutely.
That makes sense.
Absolutely.
And when I asked about the cheating, I'm like, so what did you guys do to like work on it or get past it or gain the trust back?
Yeah.
And sometimes they just said that it was like hard to regain the trust back.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was explaining my situation, I have this thing where when it comes to like gaining trust, you got to do certain things.
Absolutely. And it looks different for everybody. So like you saying you got to do certain things will look completely different from what things I expect to be done in order to win my trust back.
Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely agree. You got to do something. But what is your certain things that person has to do?
When I was thinking about it and like explaining it on what I needed, it almost felt like I was asking for too much.
Interesting.
But I knew I wasn't. You know, it was just like, to me, it was common sense.
Right.
But it wasn't common on the other side.
Right.
You know? And what I need is like, you got to show up consistent. You have to protect the relationship at all costs from any threat that was threatening us. And you have to be honest and vulnerable when I ask questions. Like, don't question me.
Yeah.
Because I'm already questioning your ass. You know what I'm saying? I forgot what the other one is, was just apology. Like, if I don't feel that the apology was sincere,
absolutely,
I'm still looking at you sideways.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And it's just like a matter, like, we're very emotion-based. So, like...
Hold on, who is we?
Women.
I would go as far as to say humans.
Humans.
I was going to say, not just
general,
women.
But women are more emotional and men are logical, right? And Taira, that's
another topic for another day. But yeah, keep going.
Don't get me started.
Keep going.
So like when the apology is given, if I feel like it's not authentic, or when I say certain things, like, okay, I might be, I don't know. You tell me, okay? If there's a threat, and for me, this is what I think. If it's, what is that quote where it's like, if you can see it, out of sight, out of mind.
Right.
So if it's in sight, it's in mind, right?
Right.
It's what the opposite would be. And I'm just a person, like, if there's been a threat through to the relationship, it would only be right in my eyes, this is my side of the story, that you would get rid of the threat, which you're constantly on 24/7, delete the contact, and let it be, right? But it's when I've communicated that over and over again.
I'm ready to jump on this. Go ahead, keep going.
When I've communicated about it over and over again and you haven't made the move, I'm still questioning. And it should be your job to make sure that that's not what it is. Because when you get cheated on, whether it's emotionally or physically, it does a lot to the brain.
What? A chemical change, yes.
I think I was watching Kitty Rose, and she does the Tonight's Conversation. She's one of the speakers on the panel. She literally was saying that cheating is almost like PTSD. That the effects of cheating, what it does to somebody is the effects of PTSD. And I was like, oh my God. Like you start questioning, you start having dreams, you start questioning your thoughts. Like you can't even think correct. And I'm like,
question reality in itself. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, wow. Yeah. That's probably why I'm so all over the place. Just kidding.
Okay. So let me go back a little bit to some of the things that because I'm over here like, yeah. I'm gonna let you know right now. And this goes for you and anybody out there. Let's break it down in clear terms, because I know Daizah was saying kind of like some generalized concepts to talk about the story.
I was about to start venting.
If someone, if I'm talking to a man right now, so if a woman or a man cheated on you, if I'm talking to a man or a woman cheated on you, and that person, your significant other, has not removed the threats, as Daizah said, which is the individual they cheated on you with, from their phone, from their socials, whatever, I almost promise you, like an 85% promise, they're still in contact. They are absolutely still in contact. Because what need would you have? What is the need for you to still have a method of contact with them?
And the thing is,
or method of communication with them.
I felt crazy.
No, they are absolutely 100% talking. I'm sorry,
crazy.
85% talking.
I just felt crazy for asking or telling. So because I was telling, and it wasn't happening, I just...
You know what? I'm tired of talking. It is what it is. I don't trust you. You're not giving me a reason to regain my trust with you.
There's just no reassurance in that. You know what I'm saying?
That right there is the smallest action that can be taken for me to get on track to starting to trust you again.
Yeah.
Are you... What? Yeah. But to not like really crash out on that whole situation, I'm going to go ahead and turn the other cheek and move the hell on. I think this is a topic, oh my God. And honestly, if you're somebody out there that can say they've never been cheated on, God bless you. You are living a phenomenal life, okay? However, for those out there like Daizah and I, we've been cheated on. We've lived life long enough to say we've been cheated on. In my case, you and our close friends know, Malik and I, we had our fair share. Well, let me not say fair share. In the beginning of our relationship, he cheated on me. Now, it's a blessing that it happened early on in our relationship, before we got married, and all the things that we're going through right now has taken place, like us having a house together and blah 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 blah. It was right when we started dating, and I don't know what it is with like our era of people, like. We don't define that we're dating until like so long. Like it'll pop up like, oh yeah, this is my girlfriend. Oh, am I your girlfriend? Like, why didn't we discuss this beforehand? I guess I'm his girlfriend. We never put labels on it. But yeah, anyways. So this was before we even put that whole boyfriend and girlfriend situation, labels on each other. But we were together. Like, we together. We together.
Yeah.
So, and to kind of make a long story long, Malik and I, we met in 2018 when we were deployed. Well, we knew each other prior to, but we started becoming more friendly to each other while we were deployed. We created and honestly curated the most perfect relationship because it was based on friendship while we were deployed. So that was 6.5 months of us just like learning about each other, being with each other literally 24/7, which a lot of couples can't say that they like to do with their significant other, but in this case, it was like I wanted to be around him for 25 hours out of the day.
Yeah.
We get home from deployment. What everybody does when they get home from deployment, they go back to their hometowns to reconnect with their families, so on and so forth. I go back home to my family. I come back in town, reconnect with him. Like, yeah, it was a great experience. Da, da, da. It was his turn to go home. He goes back to Chicago. And gets into some things that he shouldn't have gotten himself into. So he cheats. And let me break it down to you, like I said, to make a long story long. This was in February 2019. It's March 2019 now. He takes me to Jamaica for my birthday. We are on a catamaran on my birthday day. And it was right before we pulled off the dock. And I get messages from like this fake account on Instagram. And it was like some long messages. Usually I ignore them because it's a fake account. So I'm like, it's spam. But I seen Malik's name in the message, like in the little preview of the message. I was like, let me click it. This girl's telling me, Malik was in, I ain't gonna tell you what the whole message said, but basically to paraphrase, she said, Malik and I had sex while he was here in Chicago. I didn't know anything about you. I found out about you because he just posted you on his story for my birthday and blah, 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 blah. So I'm like, and me being like so fully, like him having my full trust, I turn my phone like, what the hell? You see this? I'm like, you see this? He reads it and I see his facial expressions change. So I'm like, interesting.
This is real.
But no. Like he plays into it. Like he's like, I don't know what the hell they talking about. Da 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 da. So I'm like, interesting. Okay. But me being a woman, intuition is just like in our nature.
Stop lying.
So I peeped the facial expression change. Like it was a small tweak of in his facial expression. So I'm okay. Noted, clocked it. And I turned the phone back and I'm like, I'm gonna message her back. I'm like, what do you mean? I think I texted something very bleak like that. What do you mean? ? And this bitch sent me screenshots. I said, oh my God.
Did he ask?
It's real. Huh?
Did he ask, like, are you texting her?
No. But he was quiet, but he was watching me.
Yeah.
And he see me typing, so of course I'm sure he assumed that I'm writing her back. But yeah, so she starts sending me screenshots, and I'm just sitting there reading. And I'm like, my hand's shaking. I'm like, my blood is boiling, my body temperature's rising. I'm just like, but the biggest thing, this is what blew me. And I've been cheated on many times before by previous relationships. And it was weird because I expected that of them. I knew they weren't no shit men. You know what I'm saying? Ain't shit men, I'm sorry. So I'm just like, it is what it is. You cheated, you fucked up, goodbye. In this case, because Malik and our relationship was primarily friendship. Like this was my dog. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm sitting there shaking because I felt betrayed. Like, damn, my boy did this to me. Mm-hmm. Fuck that. Like, what? No, I'm in total disbelief and shock. That's what was like. It wasn't like, he cheated. That wasn't going through my mind.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there reading the message like over and over and over and over, analyzing every key detail. No, like literally. damn near reading the words per letter.
The emojis used.
Everything. So I'm just like, I'm sitting there shaking. And I forgot what I said to him, but I was just like, wow. And I went to the back of the boat. It sucked because we were on the freaking catamaran and we had already pulled off. So I was stuck. I couldn't even run away. I was about to jump in the fucking ocean and swim back. But no, I was stuck. So I literally just removed myself. And I was just quiet. I just sat there like, fuck, I don't even know what to do. But anyways.
And he didn't say anything?
He was in denial the entire time that we were on the boat. But when we finally got back to the hotel, like I don't think he never admitted it until we got, I think when we were leaving, which was like 2 days later. I had to spend an extra 48 hours. Yes, it was anyways. But to kind of make that part of the story short, boom, leave it at that. Fast forward, when it goes to like how we are back together today, and I was staying with him at the time, so I moved out of his place, got my own place. And then like this man was showing up like on his hands and knees type shit. Every single day to my place. Every single day for months.
For months?
For Daizah. And I want to say it was like for at least 2 months. Every single day. Hands and knees. Bringing me food, bringing me flowers, bringing me like whatever. And I'm not even the type, like, honestly, that shit was like, cool. I'll take the food, but no, goodbye.
Yeah.
But it was being imprinted in my brain that he's showing up.
Yeah.
And honestly, it was a shift in energy because of the fact that when I finally did allow him to come in and we had a conversation, yes, I know Malik, like as Malik because we were friends. It was a completely different knowing him, like the energy that I felt that we exchanged.
Vulnerability. In
the conversation we had when he explained to me like why he did what he did. And I'm not gonna put it out there because that's his story to tell why he did what he did. But I genuinely respected the reason that he gave me. Because of the fact that, to narrow it down, my conclusion of what he said, humans. Humans are humans at the end of the day. Humans make mistakes. Humans fall short to temptation sometimes. Mm-hmm. But it was the acknowledgement, the self-awareness, and the plan of action to move forward. Like I felt through that conversation and through many conversations after that, I felt as though I witnessed a boy become a man.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. But to kind of speak on the trust, because that's the topic at hand, speak on the trust side of it. Like although I was giving it a chance for me to regain my trust with him showing up, one, that absolutely helped. Two, I did communicate my expectations with him. So that worked in both of our benefit, like me feeling fulfilled and him getting my trust back. Any insecurity that I may have, like it needs to be eliminated.
Absolutely.
I want to know every single detail. And it was very hard hearing every single detail about exactly what happened in the situation.
Even about the girl?
Everything. Everything. I wanted to know everything.
Okay.
Two.
Okay. Let me hit on that.
Yeah.
That's another thing too, is when questions are being asked, you have to answer.
You have to.
because if you don't answer, that's going to sit and it's going to grow inside my head.
And I'm going to start to put my own responses to the questions that I have.
Scenarios that you couldn't even think of, I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
So that's really important.
Absolutely.
I just choked a little bit. I'm feeling it.
In this part, I did not ask of him, but I don't know if it was intentional or if he just was so focused on us that he kind of put that in the back seat. He didn't go back to Chicago for over a year.
What?
He didn't go back to Chicago for over a year.
Girl.
So I'm not even gonna hold you. That absolutely, like looking back in hindsight, because in the moment I didn't think about like him going back to Chicago and how I would feel about it. But looking back in hindsight, I'm like, had he went back to Chicago like 3-4 months after we were getting like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 months after we've gotten kind of into the swing of things, getting back on track, I probably would have been like,
no, you're not.
Or I just would have been in my head like, oh, he's going to do it again. Oh my God, he's going to see her. Oh my God.
Yeah.
So that helped a lot. And then another thing was primarily just showing me like everything that we talked about in the initial conversation when I let him in finally, walking the talk. Like you said a lot of stuff in that conversation.
Yeah. Make sure you stand up to it.
I didn't even have to tell him, like, that was an expectation that I didn't even say, like, you need to walk that talk. He did that. That. And it was also, like, it's so weird because I really hate to compare, like, our situation to other people's because this is I feel as though this is so unique. Like, Malik did a complete transition in life. Like, he was a Southside Chicago kid mentally.
Yeah.
So, like, the whole, like, if I don't have bunch of girls, like, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. I ain't gonna put all his business out there. But so to do a complete shift in mentality as a man, like individually, forget me, take me out of the equation. That is kind of what made me feel as though, okay, you know what? I can trust you. 1, because you are evolving as a person.
Yeah.
And 2, because you are evolving as my person.
That's so beautiful.
Yeah, so it was so weird to kind of like even explain. He does a very beautiful job talking about his transition because he calls that like his transition in life. And
that was the aha moment or the wake up call.
And he I don't know. No, you weren't there. Some of our other friends were there. When he did like a panel and talked about how he cheated and how that moment was a catalyst to his transition. And he thanks me for... And I'm like, don't thank me for cheating on me. What the fuck? But I get it, though. Like, I was the vessel that, you know, stood tall for him to, you know, do what he needed to do to transition. But anyways... I feel like
still now he shows up.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's awesome.
But I will say, combining my experience of being cheated on before and like, the trust, because that, like you said, it is kind of like PTSD. It's imprinted in your mind.
Mm-hmm.
And in a way, you kind of have this small, indirect viewpoint or perspective on men, like all men cheat. And, you know, it's inevitable for a man to look at another girl and think things and da-da-da-da-da.
Or just fearing that.
Right. Fearing that you're going to be cheated on.
Again.
Pairing those previous relationship cheating experiences and then this cheating experience, I now, through this experience with Malik, I've come to the conclusion, like, that hurt. It hurt in a different way, though, because my dog, my boy, my homie, he betrayed me.
Yeah.
And honestly, I was like, this is my viewpoint on just, like, any betrayal or being cheated on. I'm going to be good. Because I was heartbroken. Like, heartbroken. And then it was to the point where I was like, I'm not going to recover from this. So it was that. I was like, and I told him too, I was like, hey, God forbid you ever cheat on me again. If you do, hey, it is what it is. But just know, I'm gonna be good regardless. Like, I promise you, I will not falter the way that I mentally did with you and the previous guys behind me. Like, I'm so good after this. 1, because how he explained to me why he did what he did, I was like, I finally understood, like, humans are humans at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it gave me a completely different outlook on just like regaining trust with people in any situation of why you lost trust with them. I always look at it from a humanistic, I don't even know if that's a word, but a humanistic viewpoint. Like, you know what? You messed up because you're human. You're human.
Yeah.
However, that's on a case-to-case basis, though. But that's a whole nother conversation. But yeah, so that's my little trust and cheating take on that. But yeah, it was definitely something. I'll tell you that.
Well, if you guys didn't get anything from that, you must have not been listening, because they are one in a few. I feel like, especially at our age,
absolutely,
to be able to accept that and move on from it.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode.
Mm-hmm.
We have our question of the day for the next episode. Would you like to let them know?
Yes, let me think. I know it was something about alphas and women's
independent women.
All right, so question of the day for episode 12 is it possible for an alpha man to be with an independent woman? Think about that and answer very carefully, okay? But we'll see y'all on the next episode to answer that question and really get into it. Don't forget, as always, to like, follow, subscribe, connect with us in any way possible on all the different platforms. We appreciate you guys tuning in, and we'll see y'all on the next episode.